On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Imitate.
To copy the speech, behavior, appearance, etc. of someone or something.
Examples:
Imitate painting styles. Imitate animal sounds. He imitated the modus operandi of the famous phantom thief.
Quintessence.
The perfect example of a quality or class.
Examples:
The quintessence of virtue. Quintessence of life. The quintessence of the author's writing is the depth of emotion conveyed.
Grandmaster.
A title given to a chess player who has achieved the highest level of skill and proficiency in the game, a person who is an expert or master in a particular field or activity.
Examples:
Grandmaster level. Martial arts grandmaster. The chess grandmaster easily defeated all of his opponents in the tournament.
Plateau.
An elevated, relatively level expanse of land, typically vast and extending over a large area, a state or period of little or no change following a period of growth, development, or progress.
Examples:
Plateau region. Plateau in performance. The hikers finally reached the plateau after a long climb up the mountain.
Comport.
To behave or conduct oneself in a particular manner, to be consistent or in harmony with something.
Examples:
Comport me with dignity. Comport with the rules. He needs to comport himself professionally during the meeting.
Obligatory.
Required by a rule, law, or social convention, compulsory.
Examples:
Obligatory audit. An obligatory subject. Attending the meeting was obligatory for all employees.
Precocious.
Exhibiting mature qualities or abilities at an unusually early age, especially mental or cognitive abilities, advanced beyond one's age or years in education, experience, or judgment.
Examples:
Precocious maturity. Precocious talent. The precocious child was reading at a high school level by the time they were in first grade.
Hymn.
A song of praise or worship, especially one in a religious service or ceremony.
Examples:
A sacred hymn. Hymn tune. The congregation sang the hymn during the service.
Recount.
To describe what happened or to narrate a story.
Examples:
Recount the adventure. Recount a conversation with him. They recount events that have already occurred.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
easy quitter, serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Trade-off.
A balance achieved between two desirable but incompatible features, an exchange that occurs as a compromise.
Examples:
Trade-off problem, environmental trade-off. There was a trade-off between speed and accuracy in the task.
Shun.
To avoid deliberately or keep away from someone or something.
Examples:
Shun a person. Shun office politics. He shunned going to the party and decided to stay home instead.
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
Deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Underlie.
To be the support, basis, hidden cause of something, to be located under or below.
Examples:
Underlie the theory of the Big Bang. Underlie the current economic deadlock. His bitter experiences underlie his moral principles.
Laureate.
A person who has been awarded an honor or a prize for achievement in a particular field, especially in literature or academia. A poet who is honored for achieving the highest level of excellence in a competition or for producing a lifetime body of work.
Examples:
Oscar laureate. Poet laureate. The Nobel laureate delivered an inspiring speech to the graduating class.
Scot.
A tax or payment, particularly a share or portion of something. A person from Scotland or a Scottish immigrant.
Examples:
Pay annual Scot. Traditional Scot attire. The Scot-free suspect was later apprehended for a different crime.
Badminton.
A sport played with rackets and a shuttlecock, in which players on either side of a net hit the shuttlecock back and forth over the net, trying to make the other players fail to return the shuttlecock to the opposite side.
Examples:
Play badminton. Badminton racket. We had a fun game of badminton in the park on a sunny afternoon.
Dabble.
To engage in an activity in a casual or superficial way, to dip a foot or hand briefly into a liquid.
Examples:
Dabble in a hobby. Dabble at French. They often dabble in new business ventures, but only commit partially.
Enthusiast.
A person having a strong liking for something.
Examples:
Classic car enthusiasts. An enthusiastic response. The country's economic situation has improved markedly due to reform enthusiasts.
Extrapolate.
To guess or think about what might happen or estimate something using the facts that you have now.
Examples:
Extrapolate the results. Extrapolate animal dose. This predictive model mechanically extrapolates past trends into the future.
Epitome.
A person or thing that is a typical or perfect example of a particular quality or type.
Examples:
An epitome of history. World's epitome. He was the epitome of courage, always standing up for his beliefs.
Robin.
A small bird from the thrush family, typically having a red breast and found across Europe, Asia, and North America.
Examples:
Robin eggs. Robin's nest. I love listening to the cheerful song of the robin in my garden.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
Adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Backfire.
To have an opposite and undesirable effect to what was intended, to make a sudden noise like an explosion.
Examples:
Backfire big time. Backfire spectacularly. The company's decision to lay off a large number of employees backfired as it led to a decrease in productivity.
Geopolitical.
Of or relating to political activity or relations between countries and groups of countries, as influenced by the physical features of a country or area.
Examples:
The geopolitical situations. Reduce geopolitical risk. The country holds dominant geopolitical power over its neighbors.
Credential.
To provide someone with certification or verification of their qualifications, usually in a particular field or profession. Noun, a document attesting to the truth of certain stated facts.
Examples:
Credential themselves by showing their registration. Teaching credential. To get the job, I need to credential my experience and education.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Double-edged.
Having two sharp edges or sides, especially one that can harm or benefit in equal measure. Of sword or blade, having two cutting edges.
Examples:
a double-edged compliment, double-edged tool. The double-edged sword could be used for both offense and defense.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
a sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Incision.
A sharp cut made in something with a sharp tool, especially during a medical procedure.
Examples:
incision tool, small incision. Patients undergoing incisional surgery are often put to sleep by anesthesia.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
sew with thread, sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Meander.
To wander or roam aimlessly or leisurely, to follow a winding or circuitous course, as a river or road.
Examples:
meander down the river, meander aimlessly. We decided to meander through the park and enjoy the scenery.
Zigzag.
Having short, sharp turns or angles.
Examples:
zigzag sewing machine, a zigzag line. We had to go through a zigzag course.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
industrious worker, industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
the creditor's claims, bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Magnum.
A large wine bottle, typically holding 1.5 liters of wine, equivalent to 2 standard bottles, a type of cartridge that is more powerful than standard cartridges of the same caliber.
Examples:
3-inch magnum, magnum masterpiece. The magnum bottle of wine was the perfect size for a small gathering of friends.
Saga.
A long, detailed story or account of heroic deeds, family history, or notable events, often consisting of a series of connected episodes.
Examples:
fantasy saga, historical saga. The epic saga of the family's journey through time captivated readers worldwide.
Blockbuster.
A movie, book, or other product that is extremely successful and popular, especially one that makes much money.
Examples:
blockbuster movie, international blockbuster. The new action movie is expected to be a blockbuster hit.
Incentivize.
To make someone want to do in a particular way by offering them a reward.
Examples:
incentivize carpooling, incentivize the right behavior. Governments incentivize their citizens to buy eco-friendly products through subsidies.
Counterproductive.
Having the opposite effect to the one intended or wanted.
Examples:
counterproductive approach, highly counterproductive to performance. Territorial disputes between different countries are entirely counterproductive but common.
Interleave.
To insert or alternate layers of one thing between two or more layers of another thing, particularly in a patterned or systematic way, such as in computer memory or documents.
Examples:
interleave pages, interleave yarns. To create a sturdy fabric, the weavers must interleave the threads.
Counterintuitive.
Contrary to what common sense would suggest.
Examples:
counterintuitive results, counterintuitive behavior. The counterintuitive nature of quantum physics has been a source of confusion for scientists for decades.
Physicist.
A scientist who specializes in the field of physics.
Examples:
talented physicist, theoretical physicist. Einstein was an outstanding and famous physicist of the 20th century.
Freeman.
A person who is not a serf or enslaved person and has the right to hold property and vote.
Examples:
freeman rights, freeman status. In the colonial period, only freemen was allowed to vote.
Granular.
Consisting of or resembling small grains or particles, having a rough, irregular texture or appearance.
Examples:
a granular medicine, granular data. The soil had a granular texture, making it easy to plant the seeds.
Soar.
To fly or rise very high or to a great height, often with great grace or ease.
Examples:
soar in popularity, soar to new heights. The bird soared through the sky, and its wings spread wide.